Hi, my name's Simon Locke. I'm the founder and CEO of CommunicationsMatch. Today I'm with Andrea Fiano. Andrea is the editor of Global Finance magazine. Andrea, in your role, you have a unique global view on financial institutions and financial technology. Are there trends you're seeing that companies and communicators in the US or Europe need to be paying more attention to?
There is no question that in the emerging markets and in some of the frontier markets, there are developments, particularly in banking and in fintech, that are relevant to developed markets and developed countries. Take money transfer. What happened in Africa is barely reaching now Western Europe and North America. And the same applies to other solutions and other areas. In telecommunications, what has been done on the digital side, again in Africa and parts of Southeast Asia, was much more advanced than what was taking place in the West. So the basic idea that advanced economies are advancing everything over the developing ones is not necessarily true. A lot of innovation takes place in countries that are forced to bypass the traditional steps of growth and development and go right away for the most advanced ones.
Andrea is the editor of Global Finance. How has technology changed what you do? What does this mean for the companies and communicators you interact with?
Technology has changed pretty much everything that we do, as a print publication, as an online publication, but also our way of interacting with the different counterparts, with the PR agencies, with the communicators, and with the corporates that we write about. In other words, the way we get our information has changed. The way ideas are suggested or proposed or pitched to us has changed. It is a monumental change. And the same way these days you barely get a fax every week, the same applies to pretty much everything else. So you need to be very open and keep an eye on what's going on in whatever way is possible, because developments and innovation are faster than we can basically keep up with.
Andrea, what are you looking for from business leaders and communicators, and what are you actually getting from them?
Ideally, I would like to have clarity of information. When we get pitches for stories or for interviews, very often the counterpart doesn't even know what we write about, and that's a big no-no in my vocabulary. I think we need ideas, pitches, and communication that is clear and targeted to us and what we are. Tell me what is new about your product, your innovation, your solution. And that's a big thing. And as I mentioned earlier, very often some of the more interesting developments do not really get to be communicated or explained at all. So you get an over-pitched about old stuff or relatively old stuff, and there is a lack of communication in other areas. Technology is actually one of the areas where this is more evident. Some companies communicate a lot, not necessarily with real new stuff all the time, and others are really acting and working in a very private way. They don't communicate much.
Andrea, thanks very much indeed.